doing a get ready with me today. So many of you love when I do my get ready with me's here in front of this big huge window in this room here. The only downside really to doing this, because I definitely still plan on doing my tutorials, my wig chats, all the more formal things in the recording room. My goodness, you know, I have an amazing sound system in there. I have my beautiful camera, and I do like using that backdrop because it just sort of puts the focus on what it is that I am trying to show you. But this is definitely more informal. Get ready with me's are an informal, kind of fun, I'll show you some new things kind of videos, you know. It's just girls sitting here together and having a little fun with our makeup. So yes, I think it's a great idea to just do my get ready with me's here in this format, and then all the other stuff I'll get going back into my treatment room. So that's what we're doing today. I do have a couple or just one. I thought I had something else. Oh, well, yeah, a couple things. The other thing isn't really a product, it's more of an application thing, but I thought it looked pretty cute to show you. So let's get going. So I put my sunscreen on, but I am gonna put my Super Goop Bright Eye sunscreen on because I haven't gotten that far with it quite yet. But I have the Super Goop glow screen on as my all over sunscreen. And yes, I wear sunscreen all year round, even on very dark days like this. Also, this broke. It decided to break right before I decided to do this. So that's great, because I specifically just did my nails maybe about 4 or 5 days ago because they were in such bad shape that I had to just ignore this. That'd be great. So the foundation that I pulled that we're gonna do is, I haven't used this in a while, and it's my favorite drugstore foundation. It's the L'Oreal Infallible. It is not the matte version, it is the other. It's the 24-hour Infallible. This one is in color 202. And I think I'm gonna put it on first with my fingers. And then I'm gonna get a really nice finish to it, finish blending it out with my makeup sponge. So I swore I would not spend $20 on a makeup sponge, but I discussed in my last video that I wanted to try this. This is by Stands Out, and it is beautiful. And yes, it was $20. It is really nice for this, putting on your foundation. Did it blow me out of the water? Well, a little, only because I like the way it feels. It's very squishy, but I want to tell you, no, it's not like it is so amazing that it just, you know, I have no desire to use my other e.l.f. sponges or my really inexpensive Amazon makeup sponges. No, it's nothing that special, but it is nice. It really is nice. And I can see where people, you know, really do enjoy this one, because it is different. The shape is different, the material is different, so I get that. But the other thing I've noticed about it, this is where I end up pushing my headband off, is I have noticed that it does absorb a lot more product, foundation and all, you know, into the sponge itself. And so that's why today I didn't put it directly on the sponge. I just kind of put it on my skin first and then let the sponge do what it does the best, which is just kind of tapping that in, blending it out, giving more of sort of this really pretty airbrushed look, because the material that they use for this sponge does give you a really nice finish. So for color correcting, because I have noticed, probably because I haven't been eating great, I have noticed that I'm getting more dark circles. I just look more tired. So I have been improvising my color correcting because I have this already. It's a little too yellow for me to just use it as a concealer. I'm kind of improvising its use for something a little different. It is called Light and it is by Revlon. It's called Candid and it is a concealer. However, I'm using it as a color corrector underneath my concealer and it works really good. So this is called, again, Light, because there's also another one that is very yellow as well. It's called, I think, like Banana. That would be a little too, just because I'm so fair, that would be hard. But I'm gonna just kind of use this as my color corrector. Here's something I wanted to show you. These, I bought them in a 3-pack. So I got these off Amazon. I think they're called Mushroom something. I thought they were a really good idea. This is made out of a super, super soft sort of foam thing. And I have not tried it yet, but I am going to try it right now. Would it really bother you guys? Yeah, probably. Oh, good Lord, I forgot there's 3 different settings. By the way, I just kind of want to see. Let me put this on the 10 times side because I want to see. God, it's so magnified. I want to see what kind of finish this is. Is it grabbing most of it? And I need to, oh, it's actually really nice and it feels great. Huh. And yes, I do still have my favorite concealer brush by BK Beauty, but I'm always looking for other things. And my goodness, if you can't afford that, it's always nice to have other options. Huh. All right, pretty cool. I'm liking it. This is my current go-to. It's an Amazon find as well by Winky Lux. I think it's called Peeper. What is it called? Perfect Peepers or something like that. I really like it. I'm gonna put a little bit on my ring fingers and apply it this way, just because I kind of want to try out. And I like to put this right in here. I've got broken capillaries right here in my, marionette lines. Because again, playing with light is really the key to makeup in general. So if we make our lines and wrinkles appear, well, we put something that's more of a, not necessarily a sparkly highlighter, but a lighter concealer type of situation there. The light is going to bounce out of it and not sink into it, and they will appear less pronounced. I'm really liking this little dude. Can't get over how dark it is today. I feel like at any time it's just going to burst out pouring rain. I got to go out there today too. I've got some returns to do. The next step, I am going to go ahead and do some contouring. Let me put this back. Guys, I love this mirror. It is really nice. Super easy to put together. There are magnets on both ends. This is an Amazon thing. I love the space is nice and big. The clarity of this mirror is really good. Even on the 10 times, which if you don't have a really good magnifying, like the glass isn't high end or the mirror, it can be not a good thing. Actually, kind of make you feel a little woozy. At least that's for me. So yeah, this is exceptional. And I don't use my other one anymore. This is the one that I use. So if you're looking for a nice makeup mirror, I'll try to remember to put the link to this down below. It's very nice. Okay, I'm gonna use the Revlon Insta Sculpt. This is a highlight and contour palette, and I have been using this and enjoying it. I'm gonna use this one here for my contour. Tap it off. I'm gonna also, at the end of this, I'm gonna show you my outfit of the day. And yes, this is a Katia design that I am in love with. It's one of my newer ones. I like kind of making these hollows kind of right here, supporting, you know, my cheekbones there. And I do make this area probably a little more pronounced when I'm carrying around a little more weight, you know, in my face, which I am. So I switched to, so that brush, by the way, if you're interested, is 110. This is 110. Now I'm gonna switch over to give me a little more, you know, space and coverage to 111. These are both BK Beauty. Why am I doing that? I'm not sure what kind of helper hair I'm gonna wear today. All right, I am done with this palette. I like taking the buffer and really smoothing out everything that I just did. And this is 105 BK Beauty. Okay, I'm gonna, before I get to the eyes, I'm using, by the way, my very favorite palette when I'm wearing grays, silvers, blacks, and that's this one here. It's the Amazon find that I absolutely love. It's the Lamora Attraction palette, extremely affordable. And it's definitely would be grouped into that, my favorite palettes. It doesn't matter what the price point is. I really love this palette. So we are gonna be using that today. Okay, I'm gonna switch now to L'Oreal Infallible. This is a cream, and I really am hoping they make this still. I get so frustrated when I pick things out for a look. I need to start looking, especially if it's something that I've had for a while. I hope they have this because it's really pretty. It's a true rose, you know, and it stays the color it's supposed to on my skin, which is really great because that's not always the case. Okay, all right, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna turn this probably, yeah, I'm gonna turn this here, and I'm gonna use this right here on the sponge, and I'm gonna start really light. As a matter of fact, I'm just gonna kind of let that go to both cheeks, and then I'm gonna bring it straight back on my actual cheekbone. I'm gonna do it a little bit here and across my nose, right here, and I'm gonna turn it over, make sure everything isn't harsh. Yes, I like to bring the color up in here because I like a really natural flushed look with my blushes. It doesn't matter if they're cream or not. Okay, for now, I'm just gonna kind of stick with that. I think that gives me just enough color. I usually don't go too crazy with my blushes, which is largely because of the contouring. And that's one of the neat things about contouring is that you've got the shape there, you know, so now you just need to add a little bit of color. Man, I cannot get over. I hope this is bright enough for you guys. I even have the overhead light on and it's so dark outside. I'm really hoping this is okay. Okay, for some reason, I feel like going right to the lips. I don't know why, so we're gonna do that. I'm gonna use my e.l.f. I didn't realize, but this has largely become a drugstore makeup get ready with me, hasn't it? This is a super nice, I really love these e.l.f. lip liners. I want to get more of them because they're drier on the drier end, which is great because I feel like they stick around much, much longer than the creamier ones. And I love the tip. It's a bit like a triangle, so you got a good amount of control. And I always soften my lip liner quite a bit. So it ends up, you know, defining my lips how I like, but it ends up really kind of being this sort of tint on my lips. So when the lipstick wears off and the gloss, then at least I have some sort of definition there still, you know, with my lips. So I'm going to go ahead and line with this. What is the color, you ask? I will let you know here in a bit. It's a dark one, but I'm not going to go too hard and heavy with it. I purposely went with a light hand because if I really get in there, it can get very, very, very dark. But I love this. Okay, the lipstick that I picked out, actually, I'm doing a couple different things here. So I went ahead, I grabbed a MAC. Oh, let me tell you first, because I'll forget what the color of this lip liner was. It's called the Love Triangle Lip Filler Liner. Deep brown. Oh, that's not creative. Deep brown. That's that. And then I'm going to be using the MAC Brave. This is a satin lipstick, and I'm going to, over the top, because I feel like I'm going to have to mute that out a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and use this Anastasia cream lip color. And this color, since I have my glasses on, let's just cover this, is called Crush. So there you are on all of that. And I don't know why. I like lining with nudes and even pinks and stuff with a more of a brown color, sort of iconic nude color with a lip liner. I don't know, I just like, I like it. I like doing that. I got a little crazy down here with the lipstick on both sides. You know, at least I'm consistent. And then I'm going to go over with the Crush. This is like a creamy lip color. I'm just going to do this in the center. That is pretty. However, when this look is done, I am going to have to put something sparkly, because although I have the hue and the color that I would like to have, it's too matte, because this is a liquid lip. All right, well, I'm going to just hope that they make this. I have this so bright right now. Hold on, guys. I forgot I had this on. Oh, okay. This is a Bare Minerals lip balm gloss, and it's called Serenity. And I have had this for a little while, so, you know, there's a chance it might not be, a very good chance it might not be available, but, yeah. That's what I needed. Yeah. Ooh, it smells good too. Okay, now we can proceed. Here's this gorgeous palette. I love this palette so much. But we're gonna start this off with this matte color because I want to brighten the inside, and I'm just gonna use my pinky. This is matte, and I am gonna pull that tissue, lay it right in there, and I'm gonna bring it up. I just want a little bit of brightness, and believe me, we are even gonna brighten it up even more. But for now, that's what we're doing. Okay. Now on the actual mobile lid, but we're not gonna put it over here, but on the rest of this mobile lid, we are gonna put this beautiful silverish color here. It's gorgeous. I'm gonna use my ring finger for this. Why am I using my fingers? Because these types of colors, they really, you get more bang for your buck when it comes to the payoff. This color is really pretty. It's really, I mean, yes, there is that chromy look, but it also gives almost this wet look as well. So it's just really pretty. So keep applying until you get that intensity that you're after. All right. Now, even when I use silvers or grays or any of those colors, even cooler colors that aren't necessarily in that sort of neutral spectrum, I have to warm up the look or I look a little dead and drawn and tired. So I'm gonna go in with this color next. I'm gonna use a dome brush for that. Well, I use this for a blender brush, but today I'm gonna actually, for the first time in its little life, I'm gonna use it as an application brush. And I am gonna start right here in the middle, right here in the middle. That's where I want most of the intensity. And then as the pigment goes away, I can start bringing it out here, not out here, but kind of more here. So I'm gonna load that up again. It's kind of this perfect color. It's like the perfect vision of that color that I like to use at this step. It's like, it's not orange, it's not a rusty color, but it's got enough warmth where it goes really nicely, hence why it's in this color story, as this step here. Okay. Careful not to bring anything right in that area that we brightened up there. Let me see how I'm doing. Okay. So I'm gonna wipe this off really well. I have a towel down here. And I'm gonna just really soften this edge here, the top edge. Wipe, wipe, wipe. Soften, soften. Really soften it. All right, I'm gonna use the same brush and I'm gonna go into this more of a, I don't know, what do you call this color actually, but it's definitely a little more peachy. And I'm gonna bring that more up to the brow bone. I'm gonna wipe this off. And don't worry, this will all come together when we get our brows on and all of that business. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with this one here. By the way, the number for this is 201. Let me double check on that. I don't know why I feel like that's not right. It is 201. And then I'm gonna be grabbing 207, which is this one here, because I'm gonna actually go into this one here. The name of this is called Dirty. It's a chocolate brown. And I'm gonna do a real thick kind of, well, here. I'm gonna take it and get it very close to my lash line here. And I'm gonna sort of bring it up like a big, thick wing, if you will, but it's really not, but I'm still gonna leave this part open because I love that color that we put in there. I don't wanna completely, you know, cover it up. Oops, that's okay. All right, I'm gonna bring that up a little here on this side too. Okay, now I'm gonna kind of bring it over here, a little in my natural crease, which is down here, but a little bit higher. Because when we relax, you know, things fall and disappear. So. Then I'm going to take that blending brush that I'm going to really, oh, it's right here. I'm going to wipe it off really well. And I'm going to blend. I'm going to blend it and really get rid of any harsh stop and starts kind of thing. And then I look and see, okay, are we equal here? What's happening? And I think we're okay. However, I'm gonna stick my pinky back into that silver color, and I'm gonna add a little bit more right in here, probably on both sides. I really want that to pop. All right. All right, I'm gonna now put this color underneath here. So we're gonna go into this one here. And this is a beautiful brush for this. Honestly, it makes the job so easy. When you have good tools, it makes the struggling practically go away. And this is 204. Yes, it is 204. Good job, Jill. Oh, good job, Jill's eyes. Okay, I'm gonna switch it over. And I'm gonna tap this in rather than start moving it, because when you have crepiness, you will get a lot of skipping if you go in doing that right away. Skipping, believe it or not, is a hard thing to correct. You wouldn't think it would be, but it is. And I'm just gonna kind of roll it up here. Roll it up. If you have downturned eyes, don't even connect it. You don't have to connect it, and I would probably just put this only in the center. I wouldn't even put it over here. And you know what? I think I hear Loki, and I don't remember letting him out. I let that dog in and out so much during the day. It's no wonder. So I'm gonna go check and see if he wants inside. All right, I am now gonna curl my eyelashes. That is a must. And the mascara I pulled today is a really nice one. It's Catrice. It's great for day wear. It's hard to get like a really major volume and kind of thing, but it's beautiful for just everyday wear. It does its job really nicely. Easy to take off. Not a lot of flaking, if at all, during the day, so that's nice. Okay, now we're gonna do the brows. I pulled my little brow drawer here. And I'll do one brow here with you guys. Oof, definitely need to trim. I can see that and tweeze a little as well. That'll have to be for another day. All right, I have grown to really like this. This is an Anastasia brow brush thing with a spoolie on one end and then a skinny little angled brush here. So I use the $1 Billion Brow Powder in taupe. You can find all the links to everything we did today down below in the description area. Benefit has a new brow product that just came out, and it's a tinted brow wax. I'm gonna try it because if it can eliminate having to, like use a brow gel to sort of lock everything in, and it can eliminate that step, hence also, that expense of that product. And it makes my job a little easier because as I've aged and my eyebrows have aged, I have had to add steps along the way, of the journey. My aging brows. All right, and then I'm gonna soften this, especially this first little line that I use to kind of get it where I want it. Then I am going to go in with the Benefit Gimme Brow Tinted Brow Gel. This is in color 4.5, sorry, 4.5. I like doing this because it covers my white ones and it gives more definition to my end look, which I really like. It's been a game changer for me. My brow game really went up when I added this. Okay. Then I lock it all in to stay in place. I could stop here, but I really like using a clear brow gel when I'm all done for a couple reasons. But one, this is the Patrick Ta Brow Lamination Gel, and it really does lock everything in. Everything that I used on my brows is waterproof, so I don't have to worry about smudging or if the rain or whatever. But this also, just if there is any gooping that happened with that tint that I just put on, or I need to separate a couple things, this is so precise. It literally moves each brow hair exactly where I want it to be, and it keeps it there all day. Look, I can really tell where I need to trim. So that is what a difference a brow makes. It's everything kind of soft today, but yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the other one caught up and I will be right back. Okay, I'm gonna do a couple things here with my eyes. I tend to do this where everything is almost all done and there's just a couple things I want to do. So there is this gorgeous champagne-y, real nice highlighter right here, like a sparkly color. And I am gonna go in, so I'm gonna go in with this same little guy that I used underneath the eye. Do I dare do that? Because there's some dark colors on here. So I'm gonna wipe this baby off really well. And then I'm gonna load it with that real pretty champagne color. I just want a pop of highlighter. Now I usually do this, obviously, before I do my brows, but I didn't, so I'm gonna do it now. Just be careful not to bring it too low if you decide you want to do this, because it will make it look real puffy if you bring it down too far. So, and if you did bring it down a little too far, it's okay. You can always go back and fix that. So I'm gonna use this same brush and I'm gonna go back in to this color because I just want to intensify that lower lash line now that my mascara has dried a little bit, or has dried all the way. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it under there. I kind of have to lift the eye up a little bit. Squint, do what you gotta do. Yo. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm gonna take, I think this dude, make sure there's nothing on it that I don't want. And I'm just gonna soften that bottom area. Just soften it a little bit. Yeah. Okay, there's this here that I ordered and I'm dying to try it. It's a finishing powder. I love finishing powders. They can change the hue a little bit for your whole look, or they just make the look even more like airbrushed. And I don't know, I do love finishing powders. I've never tried a Bobbi Brown product. Yes, I got it. So this is this gorgeous pink color. Okay, so we have this kind of bare mineral type of situation that I'm gonna knock right into the lid itself. I'm gonna get some so I can load it on a brush. First, I'm gonna swatch it, I think, just so I can see if this is super luminous, you know, what is going on here. Okay, it's very pretty. It definitely isn't super fine. The powder's not a super fine powder. I can feel it. All right, okay. You know, I have the, we'll see. I'm gonna load a little bit more. Finishing powders truly are meant to go over your whole look, but we'll see. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with this real poofy powder brush here. This is 201, what is it? 201, crap, 102. This is 102. I'm gonna load it. I'm gonna put it down my nose here. Because let me put it everywhere. I'm gonna load a little bit more on here actually. There might be enough kind of in here. Take it across my forehead. I think I'm actually really loving this right now. It's a subtle thing, but oh yeah, that's pretty. It just kind of brought a little bit more of that pink tone throughout this whole look, which then makes the lips, you know, look like it belongs more in this look. But that's very pretty. Not a lot of like glow to where you can't use it all over your face, but it did really do an airbrush kind of thing going on. And I'm looking at my 10 times and I don't see it grabbing. I mean, you know, you don't go crazy with your finishing powders, but so yes, this is by Bobbi Brown and it is called Retouching Powder. Okay, I am going to go get on my helper hair and then I'm going to quickly show you my outfit of the day. So thank you for hanging out with me today. This is my final look. Again, coming up right here after I get done talking, you'll see the outfit of the day. And along with everything I used today, you'll also find links for the outfit down below in the description area. This blouse, believe it or not, is by Katia Designs. It's a very new kind of release thing that she just launched not too long ago. They're called the Goddess shirt. And it is dreamy, really super amazing. It's made out of viscose. It's super light. It is tiny bit see-through, but you know, I have my really nice, these are called Magic Tanks by Statement Boutique. And I have several colors now. I really don't get dressed without them. Even if it's just wearing it an undershirt, like something that you may not even see it. I don't know. I like the feel of them. I just want to remind you there will be links down below. I think this is a Katia necklace, the Katia blouse. I have a 15% discount code for that. So please use that if you ever order anything from her website and she's not having a sale that's better than that. And it's real easy to remember. It's just Jill, Jill. She is a smaller business, so I absolutely love telling people about her. I think she's amazing in her artistry and everything. So I just wanted to add that anything you see in my outfit of the day, whether you get a discount or not, I'm going to try to find it and link it so you can find it easily in case it's something that you'd like to check out for yourself. Okay, thank you so much once again, and I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye. The one I chose is the gunmetal because it just really screamed at me. I do wear a lot of blacks and charcoals and grays, so I thought this would look so pretty, especially because this is like a smoky looking crystal here. Gorgeous. So I've already got mine adjusted to exactly where I want it to be. Isn't that gorgeous? So pretty.